All of a sudden now everybody they talk, we find a way to win. Really? Really? And where was that? So where was this bravado when they went through that losing streak? I ain't hear nothing about we tough mofos that find ways to win. I ain't hear nothing. Now all of a sudden, BA was blaming Tom Brady. Said guys are open. He don't play like in practice. He doesn't miss a throw. And in the games, he can't find a throw. But now we letting Brady coach. Everybody has something to say. You start winning a few games. What about humility, Skip? You talking about how big is humility?
You?
Yeah, me.
You?
A little bit. But I don't like Skip. Now, you know they gloating over here. They went up.
Who was the biggest gloat and trash talker maybe in the history of professional football?
That was big.
Guy,
that was then. We talking about now.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, now you're humble and mellow and quiet spoken.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Skip, I get it. You won a game. But Skip, what did he need to tell you? Here's a team that had beaten you twice within your division, and the last time you played them, they embarrassed you. Skip, I didn't need any motivation. Mike didn't need to get us ready. We understood what Kansas City playing them in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Pittsburgh really embarrassed. They beat us like 45-21. So we're going back there for the NFC Championship game. Mike didn't have to tell us, hey, guys, we already knew. If we don't play our best game, they can embarrass us again. So that's all I'm saying, Skip. Just calm down. Calm down. You've won nothing yet. And all of a sudden, we some tough guys. Yeah, you got a good team. But I just need you to pump the brakes just a tad.
Okay, we both agree. Devin Smith is really good.
Devin White.
Devin White. Really good.
Yes.
And arriving.
Yes.
As a star. Hasn't arrived yet. Need to see a little more Sunday, maybe even a little more a couple of weeks after Sunday. But he's only in his second year, so if you like, you can dismiss this as just the classic youthful exuberance, if that's what you want to do. He's just full of himself because they just forced 4 turnovers from Drew Brees at New Orleans and gotten even with a team that had flat out owned them. I'm not going to dismiss it. I still say, you can scoff if you want, this is still the Tom Brady effect on this team, that he has created a new culture and a new confidence in that locker room. And it's based on being a bad you-know-what when it's time to be that.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to remind everybody, I think the NFL world is in part missing the boat here on what just happened. Last year, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers gave the ball away at really an historic rate, but it was the #1 rate in the National Football League. No team gave the ball away as many times as it was obviously Jameis's Buccaneers. No disrespect to Jameis, because I still like him and I still think he's got a future. I'm not going to be surprised if he's the starting
But he did throw 30 picks.
He threw 30 picks and he lost 5 fumbles. And they gave it away 41 total times. 41. Whew. Guess what? This year, this team led the whole National Football League in takeaways. So they flipped the script around where this defense came of age right before your very eyes. Again, it got torched too often with the pass, but it also took the ball away at a high, supreme rate because they led the whole league in takeaways. Turnover differential is, in the end, you've won a bunch of Super Bowls. Doesn't it usually tell the tale?
Yeah. If you take it away more than you give it away, you're probably going to win.
The Bucs, led by Tom Brady now, are plus 12 in turnovers. That leads the whole league in turnover and differential. Okay, so what's happening?
He doesn't give it away and they taking it away.
Thank you. So all of a sudden, that's some bad you-know-whats because they come after you on defense. They're going to give up some big plays, but they come after you. Those 2 linebackers, I don't know if those 2 inside backers, I don't know if there are 2 better ones of those 2. One's an old head and one's a young head, but together they wreak some havoc. And Devin White is their best pass rusher also. And he can drop into coverage, as we saw, and he'll just snatch it.
Yeah, he got very good hands for a backer.
He looks like a tight end. You know, he looked like maybe a young Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, but that pick on Kamara running up the seam.
Yeah.
There are not very many guys. A lot of guys would have knocked it down. Skip.
They would have knocked it down.
Or they would have probably like, oh, I almost had it. But he plucked it as if Drew was throwing it to him.
He did.
There wasn't a whole lot on it, Skip. So you told that's a very catchable ball.
Okay, I'll buy that. But then when he plucked it, he said, I'm going to go with
He's
it.
like, I'm going home. Yeah, like, y'all meet me in the end zone.
And that poor receiver who got in his way, he didn't just sniff armed him. He just smacked him out
He's
of
just
the
like
way.
Derrick Henry,
Yeah.
like Derrick Henry be doing.
Yeah. Okay. So my point to you is this franchise, this team last year led the whole league in penalties also. Now they've improved it. They were dead last. Now they've moved it all the way up to 13th in penalties.
Well,
so that was a big jump.
With that, Skip, that's all, think about it. Okay, if you go from dead last to penalties to middle of the pack,
Yep.
that's probably an extra, say, 10, 15 first downs, because some of those happens and they put you farther behind the sticks than what you needed to be. Okay, you cut down the interception. Let's just say you had 15. I think Tom had like, what, 12? So he took basically cut that in half. You see the difference? That's all Jameis had to do.
Yep. Okay. So, yeah, the giveaways were a total of 17. Last year, they gave it away 41 times. This year, only 17 times.
So less than
that
half.
even counts the two playoff games.
Right.
17 to 41.
Right.
Really? Okay. What do you think's going to happen?
Yeah.
Good things are going to
I'm
happen.
surprised they won that many games with that many turnovers.
Okay.
With that many turnovers, you normally 3-13, 4-12, not 7-9.
7-9 because they had talent on offense.
Yes.
They had two receivers who could score touchdowns.
And what helps your defense, Skip, if they're not constantly on the field, you go in 3 and out, you go in 3 and out. Think about how many extra possessions they had to play because of those 41 turnovers.
Okay. So what do I always tell you about Brady? He's in the weirdest off-the-field package. He looks like some dad next door down the street. He's posting lame, nerdy social posts, and your stomach is turning.
Like, what did Brady do?
But when he gets on the football field, there's this alter ego that I call Psycho Tom, and it comes out. And he gets angry, and he doesn't blame deflect. He just calls them on the carpet. When they false start, when that backup guard who's in there false starts, that Aaron Stinney, he's going to read him a quick little riot act right there on national TV. Right. And Aaron Stinney didn't false start the rest of the game. They'll listen to him because he's got cachet. He is the GOAT.
Yes.
And Bruce Arians said last week, I'll tell him something. You do this, do that. They don't even listen to me. Tom says the same thing to him, and they say, I got you. He's the GOAT.
Yeah.
So he's instilling this new mindset of we're some bad you-know-whats. And we're going to go out there, and we're going to take it away, and we're not going to give it away.
Right.
And we're going to run it, and we're going to throw it, and we're going to play some smash mouth defense because Todd Bowles is right there at the top. You can put him to me in the top 3/4. I know he's not quite a Belichick, but listen, he is really good at that.
He does.
And I wouldn't mind seeing him. He's interviewing, I think, with Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Okay, for their
He got some players.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at what he has at on the front seven. He got some players that can make plays. Now his back end leaves a little bit to be desired.
It does, but
they
you
put
know
so
what?
much pressure on you, Skip.
Hey, Antoine Winfield, again, Arians made the point yesterday. He's Bruce's defensive player of the year. Obviously, Chase Young had 7.5 sacks, and he was
Pro Bowl, made the Pro Bowl.
Made the Pro Bowl, and he's what was his second overall pick?
Number 2 overall pick.
Okay, so you got all that riding on your behalf.
Right.
But if you watch closely what Antoine Winfield does,
He make plays.
he makes plays, and he has taken over the back end. He's become the leader of the back end of that defense. And Jamel Dean and Carlton Davis are getting a little bit. They're still young, and they're getting a little better and a little better. And all of a sudden, Mike Edwards is picking the ball off.
The thing is that if you watch them, Skip, the thing that happens is that when you're favored to win a game and the game is late and you're losing, guys start to speed up their routes. And they start to like running the routes instead of being flat, they go up the field. Jamel Dean is long.
He is.
So that's why people
he can run.
Right, and that's why people like long corners because you have to be more perfect.
Yep.
So now guys are all of a sudden fading up the field, and now guys are getting their hand in there. What would have been a completion is now incomplete.
Okay.
And they started to feed. They started to feel like, hold on, man, y'all can't even get away from us. You can't run the slant. Drew can't throw it outside. I'm not letting you inside. So now what are you going to do? I ain't worried about you throwing it on my head.
And Mike Thomas wound up catching 0.
Because
Thomas?
Guess what they played him for? Slants. They said, we're going to take the slant away. Now what you going to run?
Okay, so here we go with the defense that has taken away 30 times, leading the league, going to Lambeau. They know that back in October, it was summertime still in Tampa, that Aaron Rodgers came to their place and he gave it away to them twice. Twice in a row, fairly early in the game. They're down 10-0. All of a sudden, here they came and they won 38-10. So they know they took it away from who is the most careful with the football in the league. It's Aaron Rodgers.
I'm going big. I see big.
Big what?
I see big win. For
Really?
Pat. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I might be willing to give some points on this one, too.
Really? Well, let's just do it right now. I'm ready.
I'll give you the line. I go on the point
I'll
line.
take 7.
No, I give you the line. The line is 3, right?
Well, I thought it was going to be 7, so I'll take 7.
No. You can't make me. You ain't Fox, man. You just can't make up your own line.
I just made up a line. I'll take 7.
Yeah, I know.
But wait a second.
You made up a line.
The words just came right out of your mouth. I see big.
That means big.
Well, big is much bigger than 4.
No. I ain't gonna give you no due on it, but I'm predicting that they're gonna win by 7 or 10.
Okay. Well, why
Nope.
Why not?
Nope.
Put your due where your
I don't
mouth
want to
is.
jinx. Like I would do you like you do me. I don't want to jinx it.
You can't jinx the GOAT.
Yeah, y'all know. No, the GOAT play it. He in Green Bay. He gonna have on green and gold.
Well, that's a different
that
goat.
goat.
Shannon's
Phony
goat versus Skip's goat.
Yeah.
Speaking of Skip's goat, has Tom Brady's skill set declined at all at age 43? Let's ask the guy who picked him off 4 times. Antonio Cromartie will join us. I'm really excited to hear what Crow has to say next.
No mercy, no mercy.